Welcome everyone. Good morning to you all, photographers, videographers, YouTubers, creators, gamers. Okay, so my name is Kiki Alexander Denichi Bielit. I am the Panda Photographer, and I own a website called 646 Studios Photography. And basically, I go around the globe and try to capture as much memories as I possibly can in the process. Now, currently, I am in San Jose, California. I'm running through a situation right now, but anyways, I would really appreciate if you guys subscribe, share the content, hit the notification button, but follow me on the Instagram, but follow me on 646 Studios on Twitter, 646 Studios Photography on Facebook, and I'm part of another Facebook group. It's called Photography and Videography, and let me just show you what it is, so you guys have a better understanding what I'm talking about. But you can also find me on Instagram. This is, Facebook. Apologize. This is my personal Instagram. So, you guys already seen this photo, but this is the group: Photography, Videography, Infusion School, and I'm also part of that. That is done by David Castert, if I'm pronouncing that right. He's an Australian photographer and really good one actually, and does really good live YouTubes. So do also subscribe to this channel. But here's the group, and there's lots of people on this group, so please do share, and hopefully I will see you there as well. But today I'm gonna do night photography, and let me just make sure that the live is actually healthy and going strong. And I keep getting yellow status bars, I don't know why, and make sure the internet is running perfectly. Okay, say it's good. Alright, so today's tip is night photography. I'm not doing portraits today, so the last two videos you guys have seen was just portraits that I have taken in the past. But yes, if you guys be so kind to help me support this channel, there's a PayPal donation link down in the descriptions below. If you donate just $2, $5, it helps me out a lot, and also it helps me continue to travel and make more content like this, and as I go travel. But first, let's do a little bit of night photography here. Basically, I took a long exposure. This image was 31 seconds at f11 at 18 milled at ISO 58. Now I was using the Sony A77 Mark II body with the Sigma 18-35 art, which is my favorite crop sensor lens. So, and I always try to fill the frame so I don't crop my images on a crop sensor. So I said this in my portrait part 2 and part 3 that I do not recommend crop. No. What's going on here? Okay, that was weird. Alright, that was weird. I didn't know what happened there, but it's the internet here is just terrible. I do apologize for the internet's behavior, but I'm at the local library, so I'm just going to make sure that the internet is running fine here. Alright, but let's get back to, so as I said, I don't recommend cropping on a crop sensor. You could crop in a full frame, but if the full frame has more than 24 megapixels, then I recommend cropping. But if it doesn't, just try to neutralize the 24 megapixels, because you never know, someone's gonna print that, want you to sell that photo, or you might want to sell that image, and you know, it might be a billboard, it might be something, advertisement, you never know. So I'd never tried to crop any of my crop sensor images. So this was taken on the crop sensor, but I am going to show you guys the Sigma 18-35 art lens f1.8 for the Sony A mount. So they do make it for the Sony A mount, and if you buy a Sony adapter, which is the LE4A adapter, you can use this on E mount and get good results. But a lot of people want to buy the Canon version with the MC11 adapter, and people just forget that Sony also has an adapter as well. Yes, the Sigma 1830, the MC11 adapter works really well, but you gotta give the Sony adapter a try. So I'm gonna make sure this live is going good before we start. But you can see I'm using the Sigma 1835, and the first thing I'm gonna do to this image right now is I'm going to defringe some of the images here. I'm going to go around. So I use my navigation tool here to go around and zoom in, and if I see any like defringing, I will correct it. But I'm going to use a small. And if you do enjoy the music, please do let me know in the comments down below. And you see that? You see this green line right here? That's crop aberration. So I am going to defringe that a little bit. Actually, I need to put that a little bit higher. And I'm using a Wacom tablet, so okay, it's not so bad. And it seems like I did use, this is a trick guys, I did use a polarizer to actually get rid of some of the harsh light from these, because this is a 31-second shot, and I didn't want to get stuff like that you saw, that hard defringing and carbon aggregations, and that was at f11. So don't get me wrong, the Sigma 1835 is a great lens. I 99% recommend it all the way for videographers and photographers, and it does really well. But just want to go in here and make sure. Look at that starburst. Look at that. That's beautiful. I have to say, it's very nice, very beautiful. This Sigma 1835, it's going to be. And if you guys are wondering, Sigma is not going to make a second version of this lens. Not that I know of, because this lens is still popular, and it's been what, 4 years running? Still a popular lens. Look at that. That's beautiful. Just going to touch it up a little bit. Alright, let's do the next one. Alright, so you can see that I was like across the street, the Fusion Fusion restaurant here, and let's go find the street sign right there. San Fernando is the street, cross street, and Second Street or whatever here at downtown San Jose. And I love using the navigation tool with the Wacom tablet. It makes things much smoother and much better. With the mouse, it's just, to me, it's just inaccurate, and I can't get my work done the way I want to. And now let's try to, and this was at 18, and So guys, I'm going into the sharpening tool here. Now you can see the image here on the side. Now if I go into sharpening tool here, and I said I want 35%, I want 1.1, details I want at 40, and I'm gonna mask. So all this is sharpening, right? I'm gonna bring it down just about there. Now if we zoom into the navigation tool, okay, that looks much better. Okay, so we got that alright. Now we're gonna go down here and we're gonna look at the grid system. Look at the car as it changed shape. You see? I think that looks better. Now, what I'm going to do now is choose one of my presets, and I'm going to adjust it based on. Oops, I don't want that. So I like to choose a preset, then work with that preset, and change it based on how I want it. So this preset is called night vision. It's a HDR, but I am going to bring down the clarity, and I am going to bring this back down. Okay, and I am going to make sure that this is at 35%, 1.1, 40, okay. Alright, and I'm done with that. Great. So now the next step is, now you can see it's coming along very good. Colors are popping. Street pole, lamp, view the car across the street. Looks good. Starburst. I'm looking at every detail that I can find to correct. Yep, it looks good. Alright, and boom. Now I'm gonna do something really good. I'm gonna go back in here. Now I'm gonna mess with my lumens a little bit, add some little more color. Actually, I want that like 10. Let's do 10. And the greens. Let's do about 13 of that. And what else colors we see here? We see yellow. Alright. Then also do the blue. Alright. And then go to my hue. More red or less red? Let's do more red. Alright. And the greens. Alright. Now the next step is go to my other presets here, and I'm gonna add a little bit of dark theme here. Now if you see my histogram, everything kind of like balances itself out a little bit, except for the whites here, which is highlighted in this area. Now, it's optional, people. You guys can choose this on your own. You guys have an option, but Adobe Standard or camera profile. For me, I'm gonna go with Standard because I actually shot this on a neutral profile. So now if I want some color pop, I can add some color pop. And then now more highlights, less highlights, more highlights. I kinda like, what do you guys think? Yeah, it's getting more direction where the focus is going to be. Now, make sure, and I'm going to fix all of that in a moment. Alright, one more focus in the center where this is the subject. The subject is the trail lights for me, but also I want the background to also be the subject as well, a secondary subject, meaning like where's this taken, on what is that coming to? Is that a train? Is that a bus? Or that's a car? And you can see that's a train. You can see the tracks here. So I want this to be the centered focus here, this area. That's why I put a heavy vignette on it, but I'm gonna put much heavy vignette on it. Not too much. Right there. And that's perfect. 38. Oh, perfect. See? Look at my histogram really quickly. If you look at my histogram, I'm trying to balance out everything the way it should be. So what? This is the highlights, whites, highlights, exposure, and then my shadows, and then my blacks. All right. Where is it? There we go. Do I want a cool effect? Do I want a warm effect? Do I want a really bright effect? Now, if I could put a cool indie, no. Actually, I'm just gonna leave it the way it is, so you guys can see. Because I thought about adding a little something else, but once you guys pay attention to those trees, the lights, the sign, pretty decent, pretty nice photo. And see how simple and fast that was for me. Now you see this right here. Now we're gonna get rid of some of the diffusion part here. Put this on 80. I'm gonna try to get rid of it. This is gonna mess up my photo. I don't think it's actually diffusion. I think it might be the polarizer. Yeah, it could be the polarizer. Now, how can I know. Let's fix that with a little bit of trick here. Let's see if I add let's highlights. Oh, okay. I think I know where I'm going with this. Alright. Well, it just might be how the light reflects. See, you can see the buildings in the background. You just want to make sure that all the colors are right, because this is the right color of the sign. But this sign changes color every things like every 5 to 10 seconds. Just like blue, green, yellow, orange, purple. That's that place. It's actually really it's not really, it's a restaurant, but at night it turns into a lounge. Bunch of gangsters and girls think they're really pretty. And pretty comes from within, not showboating what you have. That's pretty and handsome to me. Your mind should be the objective, but that's just me. Okay, let's go see the comments. I forgot to put the comments. No one's in the comments. Okay, cool. Alright, I got 2 people watching, and I've done this in 23 minutes. Alright, that's pretty cool. And voila, there you go, guys. That was the thumbnail that you guys saw it. And I'm pretty sure that I did this photo before, but I wanted to copy and redo it over for you guys, so therefore you guys have a taste of how I touch up using a pen. But as I said, I use a Wacom tablet to do all of my touch-ups. I use the mouse to do other things, but it's 90% of the time I'm using the Wacom tablet to touch up. I'm never using the mouse to touch up on anything. So with that said, thank you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the PayPal donation right underneath you in the descriptions down below. It really helps me out. $2, $5. You don't need a PayPal account to donate. That's why I wrote a donation. But let's see if we can do another photo here. Alright. Actually, let's do something. I'm gonna kind of keep focus on the night, so you guys have better. Oh, see, I want this photo. Okay, show me the import. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna copy, paste it in here, and only change. Oops. ×2. There you go. So now if I go back in this folder, it shows me the same folder because I already touched it up. And that's what you can do, guys, when you want to do, if you are thinking about doing a YouTube channel and you touch a photo up that you previously did and you want to retouch it up because Lightroom doesn't allow you to export it again, you can always copy the original file, make a folder, and put like a ×2, and that's pretty much it. And let's do another one. So see, these are much easier than touching up on portraits. Portraits, you gotta take your time. In my opinion, if you take your time, the results come out the way you want it and the way you vision it. That's just me, but most people may not agree with me because they have a different technique. And like I said, every photographer has their own techniques. No one is actually the same photographer and does the same thing in touching up. Everyone does different techniques. Okay, and okay, let me leave this centered for a second, and let me pick the same preset. So guys, I do sell these presets on my website, and I do give them away. So if you guys are interested in some of these presets, let me know. Actually, I need to put up the comment. Okay, no one's in the comment. I'm just gonna make sure that you guys are here. It's 27 minutes into this live, and excellent. All right, now we're gonna pick camera, and once again, oops, I shot with the Sigma 18-35 f1.8 art lens. Best lens Sigma has made, other than the 85 and the 135. But that's just my opinion, so don't take my word for it. So I think this is too much sharpening. So if you guys want to know about contrast, also noise reduction, if you press alternate on your keyboard on the PC, and it might be different for you on your Mac, but you can see how the contrast, you can take a closer look, you see how the contrast changes just a bit. Alright, I'm gonna mask this a little bit more. Alright. Okay, so basically what I want to do here is bring up the luminance by 15, saturation up by 11, clarity down by 66. Look how sharp this lens is. Oh my goodness. So sharp. F11, 18mm once again, 35 seconds by the way, at ISO 50 this time. Look how sharp that looks. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Look at the detail. The contrast levels are really nice on this lens. So if you guys are thinking about buying it for your Canon, your Nikon, your Sony A mount, or E mount, and they do make it for A mount, as I said in the beginning of this video, please recommend thinking about buying this. Yes, it does not come with stabilization on the lens, or it doesn't come with weather sealant, but from my experience owning the lens for the last 3 years, I'm gonna tell you this: I took it out in the rain, I took it out in the snow, got it moderately wet, and I have to say it holds up pretty well. The build quality is exceptional, by the way, and yes, it doesn't have stabilization on the lens, but hear me out. The lens itself, now if you are using the E mount, you already have IBIS. IBIS is going to stabilize what you're going to use. Now unfortunately, on certain Canon mirrorless, it doesn't work as well, but it does work on well on other Canons like the 70D, 80D, you know, anything that's crop centered camera. Nikon works really well, and for me, I don't have steady shot. Okay, I turned off steady shot on my Sony Alpha A77. The reason why I turned it off is because I find the lens, okay, it's not the lens, it's the body. The firmware, if Sony would have just addressed this shit, and people have been talking about it for a long time, that steady shot, the images seem a little bit blurred, and it's overcompensating for some reason, and like it's trying to keep this shot steady even if you're not moving it. It's on a tripod. I noticed that it just doesn't. It's not a shot when it's off. So I turn it off and I hold all my shots. So in this image here, I had it off. Steady shot was off. And I always have my steady shot off, even when I'm doing portraits. Because when I'm doing portraits with the Tamron 90, it makes my images look blurry. And I'm sick of it. And Sony, you never address the issue. People have been talking about it for the last, like, I don't know, freaking 2.5, 3 years, and you never addressed it. The last firmware update was like December of like 2014. That was the last, I believed, and like not an update ever since, because Sony doesn't care for their A mount system. They say that they are going to still focus on A mount, but you don't, because you never push out firmware updates. But with that said, I still do with the body. It's a semi-crop sensor body. I do my best, and this is on a Manfrotto 190 Gold tripod. So it did the shot well. And you guys are probably wondering as well, how did you get so close to the train without any vibration? Simple. I use my backpack and my Pelican case with straps and hold it down as weight, so that vibration is going to absorb sort ofly. And my backpack is a Atomos that I got from REI, and basically I put pressure down on the tripod so it doesn't shake, so therefore the camera stays still. So I do recommend sandbags or some type of weights if you're getting close to objects that are going to be moving right next to the camera. So that's how I did it. So I used what I had to compensate for a vibration shake, and this is the image. But see here the comments, and let's just get started with this one. This one is pretty simple. I already know what to do with this kind of lead. Now I am gonna bring the highlights up a little bit, and the lights. Right, and then, oops, I keep doing that shit. Alright, now I'm gonna go back in here, and, well, I got too many presets. I need to, oh man, I got a lot of presets, guys. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Here we go. Dreamy, want dreamy? Let's do dreamy. So it's not too blurred, because I want this to be in focus too. So you guys can also see this sign. This is okay. So last night I was looking at the moon, right, and I realized that my eye has like 7 aperture blades, and I was like, because the moon was actually full moon last night, and I was just like looking and glaring at the moon for some time, and I noticed like that starburst effect that you see like right here. Now my eyes were doing that, but I didn't have that much aperture blades to actually get this starburst. I was seeing maybe like, I was counting all like the streaks of light. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 aperture blades in my eyes. So this is how I envision my photos. I take a picture of something, I look at a light source, and I determine by my eye what aperture I'm going to put this on. So I test apertures. I know on top of my head it's between f8 and f11. So either aperture is going to give me what I just saw in my eye, and my retina in my eye is telling me that, okay, that's 7 to 8 aperture blades. I need about 7 to 8 aperture blades, or maybe more. So if I really want to start burst effect like this, I'm going to use aperture f11. So try that sometime. Try to study your eye. Try to study your light source in your eye. And it's, I don't know, it's very scientific, but also nerdy at the same time. But and you guys are probably saying, man, this guy's a fucking geek. Sorry, geek or not, I do love what I do. Okay, let's get this a little bit of pop. I do want a cool effect. Yeah, there we are. See guys, I love having these presets that I have. So it kills time a little bit. It kills a little bit of the time and gets the shot done. And now you can see my histogram is coming out, but I really want to fix up these blacks here. See? The blacks? You see how the blacks here? Just want to see if I can change. Alright, the Loomis, I don't want it to be as soft. Because I don't want it to use detail. As you can see, look at that. Let's do 1 to 3. Don't want to lose detail. Alright, now I'm gonna change the color temperature. 3500 is what I really like it at. Yep, there we go. So and now we're gonna bring it down. Now you can see how sharp that is from the build-in. But I really want to do a trick with this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is exposure 0, oops, negative 0, 20. Oops, that was my mistake. 20. Put this here. Kind of want to get, I think that's a little bit too bright. Don't you guys agree? A little bit too bright. Negative 0. See? You see where you can see the light bulb right there? That's what I want. I kind of want. I guess I'm gonna have to bring it down to full stop. Negative 1. There we are. That looks better. Yeah. Looks really good. Don't you guys agree? As I said guys, if you guys just tuning in to the live or watching this after, please do support the channel by subscribing, hit the notification button, but also don't forget to follow me on Instagram at ThePandaPhotographer. All the links are down in the description. But it really helps me out if you guys can hit that PayPal donation button. Really helps me out a lot. Oh yeah. Here we go. We get somewhere, guys. Yeah, I don't want that to be too bright. See? I just brought out some of the details of the shadows in the building, which is what I want. Because when people see that at night, they say, hey, is that the building? This fucking panda photographer guy that was here. Wow, he did a good job. But then again, I'm just a guy. No one's special. Alright, I gotta fix this a little bit. Alright. Yeah, I want to bring out some more of those shadows right there. Mm-hmm. Looking good, looking good. See? I really like how that's coming out. Flow with me, guys. Flow with me. I hope you guys enjoy the music. And it's all non-copyrighted material, so don't worry. This YouTube video would not be flagged or removed. I learned my lesson from the past. Man, I'm craving for some sake and sushi. Alright, that looks better. Okay. And then, what do you guys think? Looks good, right? Well, that's pretty much it, guys. And if you guys like the videos, like what I do here, please do subscribe to the channel. That's 2 images that I touched up, and 2 images that I touched up within 45 minutes. And if you guys really like the content, please support the channel. As I said, subscribe to the channel, like, thumbs up, and please do support the channel by hitting the PayPal donation button. And I'm gonna wait a little bit. Okay, let's see what else. Sunglasses, wow. Let's do this instead. Let's do 3800. Okay, yeah, that's looking more sweet spot. Ooh, I don't like this. It's really bright. Let's see if I can turn it down just a bit. Let's see here. I'm not gonna do that. yeah, it looks. These points are light. Okay, that looks good. Alright. This seems about good. I'm just snobby, picky. But that is me. Okay, so let's see, I got 2 people watching. That's good enough for me. As long as 2 people watching and they continue to watch and like what I'm doing here, I don't give a shit about fucking a million fucking views. That's just because let's face the music. YouTube plays favorites, and the algorithm sucks. Let's be honest, because no one sees my feed at all, and that's pretty sad. The only time they see it is I have to do a live video, and that's it. And then once the live goes up, it disappears from the feeds. So if I'm subscribed to a photographer's YouTube channel or a videographer's YouTube channel, they should be able to see my feed. But this is what I don't understand, is that why are you feeding me other content that is not related to what I am looking for? Like, I don't care for Fox News. I don't watch Fox News bullshit. Sorry, I try not to pay attention to the media as much, but I do watch BBC when it talks about something in Paris or NHK when something's going on in Japan, because Dragon Ball Z is coming on today. Woohoo! But Dragon Ball Super. Sorry, Dragon Ball Super. Sorry, there's a difference. Dragon Ball Z is oh shit that Americans are now catching up to, and now they caught up to Dragon Ball Super. I'm like, what's this new Dragon Ball Super stuff? It's like, you kids. I'm 37. I grew up on Dragon Ball. I grew up with a lot of Japanese television. So I think Japanese television was the bomb back then. Even like French television was like the shit back then. I'm looking at now, as I look at old stuff from the 80s and 90s from the US. Some of that stuff was even cooler than the shit that's on television today. Like MacGyver. Oh my god. That guy makes some pretty cool stuff out of, man, 90s and 80s shows were better than the shit that I'm watching today on television. It's like, some of it is okay, but, I mean, what you watch today, it's okay, but, man, 80s and 90s stuff is such a classic. I don't know, maybe I'm just that type of person that likes that kind of stuff, but, anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for this Lightroom tutorial, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this. And if you're ever going out to do night photography, guys, bring a tripod, bring a bag with some weights inside so you can mount it down. If you, like I'm doing, I was literally like inches, maybe like 2 feet from the train passing by. You can see with the tracks right here, I was literally at this line here. Now the VTA tells me that I can't pass that line, and I said, okay, I can't pass it, but my tripod can. And they said, no, you can't put that there. So I waited till they went away, then I put it there because I wanted this shot. I know when I'm visioning. When I vision stuff, I look and I eyeball it, and it's like I dream. Most of my dreams are about me and my daughter. Won't go into details about that, but during the day when I'm daydreaming, I vision certain things what I want in a portrait. Like, I don't need a strobe to go out and suppress people like, oh, this guy got a strobe, he must be a professional photographer. But when I peek out the speed light, people are like, oh, look at this amateur with the speed light. Like, okay, this amateur knows how to fucking work his speed lights. And guess what? I did a tutorial about speed lights. You guys probably want to check that out. It's very informative, in my opinion, how I work with speedlights, and I get great results with speedlights. Yes, I used to have strobes. I had like 6 of them, and my kings were my number one strobes, and they work really efficient with my Nikon and Sony. But uh, unfortunately, my Einsteins were stolen from my studio in New York City. That's why I don't live in New York City anymore. All of my gear, 90% of my gear was stolen. The full frame cameras, all the lenses, the Wacom lenses, all that stuff was stolen. And I'm still sad about it because, like, right now I can use a 50 f1.4 or a FE 90mm with my A7R, but I only have one camera now, and I had 3 cameras, and I had all these lenses, and you can go to my Instagram and check those out. But you know, I was a victim of a robbery. Then they burned my place down. So and then I said, "Fuck it." It wasn't meant to live in New York City. I was only living in New York City for like 8 months, and it's the worst place that I decided to live in. I'm not saying the people are the worst thing. I'm just saying that at certain situations, you meet people that just try to. You never know what to expect from some people. In New York City, it was just that kind of thing. So, as a photographer, you also have to remember to protect yourself. Know the scams. And this scam was pretty legit. This scam was basically like a guy pretending to be a client and, you know, gave me a business card that was linked to a fake website, which it was a website. And basically, it was like a music thing. Then, basically, when I went to San Diego, they scouted my place, and basically the NYPD told me that it was all a scam. This has happened before. Now it's happening in LA. Now it's happening on Vimeo. People are getting scammed for the cameras on Vimeo. It's getting out of control, guys. So as a photographer standpoint, and take it for someone that has been robbed, big time. Pixel Kings, strobes, softboxes, studio equipment, all that stuff was gone. Take it from my experience. Be prepared. And be on your guard and be safe out there. Don't fuck around and screw up at all. And protect yourself no matter what. If someone asks you questions and keeps asking you questions and you feel like it's time to leave and it's time to go, like, go. Try to find a place where you feel comfortable and safe. But I'm going to get rid of some of these spots. Yeah, get rid of some of you. You guys are annoying. No. Here we go. Yeah. No. Why is it picking? This is what I don't understand about. We are. Jeez, man. Try to get rid of some of the flares. Alright. Looks shabby. Let's go here. Okay. I think this flare should go too. Let's get rid of this. I want more of that over there. Excellent. Okay. Ta-da! It looks better. Alright, guys. Looks good, right? Alright. Okay, let's get comments, no comments. But one person watching. Okay, how long this live has been going on? Oh, about an hour. So I did 2 photos in within 43 minutes, but I kept touching up, conversating with you guys, give you guys my experience as a photographer. But arigato, everyone, for watching. I really appreciate it. And please do hit the subscribe button, the PayPal, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and also join that Facebook fan page, group page, which I showed you earlier, which is photography and videography, which I showed you right now. So it's photography and videography fusion school. Join this channel, please. You can see what I did in the last video. If you guys missed that, please do watch that. But a lot of people are here showing some. Oh, that's a beautiful one. I like the black and whites, man. But I still want to. I love black and whites, everyone. But don't get me wrong. I like challenge of color. So that's the difference. In you guys didn't see this one. This is Glenn Parker, originally from Florida, lives in Portland. Got a deep black brother moment. And got a portrait of that. But yeah, this is the group, guys, and join it. David Ostert is the main guy of the channel here. Join it. Look it up, follow it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Happy weekend. Enjoy the weekend. Be safe out there, everyone. Eat, sleep, photography, repeat, and peace out.